What it do? It's your boy, I Earn Slips. We've been a little disconnected off the map recently. I know we haven't been posting our most updated games, our most updated picks and choices for this season. I did leave y'all with my information. Did leave you guys with my information on over at YouTube, so you guys can keep up with my trends and over on my news and anything I have to post over on Twitter or over any of my social medias. I was able to give y'all that information and lay it off to you guys there at the YouTube. We are back. We're gonna keep on maintaining. We just trying to get better. As you can see, we have a different view in our video this time. It ain't like the last one that we used to have. So just trying to get better as we go. For today's game, we're gonna go ahead and follow the board. We could run over yesterday's day and run over the board that we had over on Sunday, in which we had the Hawks beat the Magic. We had the Celtics devourate the Hornets. But as you can see, the Hornets still had that little move that they wanted to do and just keep that game close. So could have been dangerous if you were trying to go on the Celtics spread in a perhaps blowout for the Celtics on that one. Got the Knicks and the Nets. I know the Nets were up on the half on that one. The Knicks were able to finish their job and kind of not let ESPN talk trash about them throughout the day. So Knicks was able to, or not talk trash, but at least say, hey man, you couldn't keep up with the Nets. What's with you for the playoffs? So because if the Nets were able to win the Knicks in this game thoroughly without no problem, it was going to be an issue for the Knicks coming into this playoff season, knowing that you can't get past a 26-55 or 26-55 Nets. Yeah, so 113-105 on that one. They're able to clear out playoff rival Pacers and Cavaliers 126-118. Pacers are able to clear that one out. Miami Heat, they got taken care of at a knockdown. That's a knockdown buzzer beater, man. Bub Carrington, rookie, able to do it for his team. What a knockout buzzer beater by the Washington Wizards to the Miami Heat. Miami Heat still advancing to the play-in. Don't think it would have really made that much of a difference going into it, as we probably would have, stayed in that low seed that we usually get into. So now we have to go against the Bulls. The Bulls on that same day, Bulls were able to get past the 76ers without a problem, 122-102. Pistons and Bucks, a great, which to me it's a playoff rival as well. Pistons and Bucks, 133-140, a high-scoring game. Saw that one coming. Nuggets and Rockets, another high-scoring one, 126-111. Then we had the Mavericks against the Grizzlies. I personally saw the Grizzlies on that one take care of business. The Mavs just they don't really have that much firepower. They didn't play Anthony Davis. We know that Kyrie Irving is sadly out for the rest of the season. So we had to just go on the Grizzlies' way. And man, I love going with the Grizzlies. Sometimes at nights, the Memphis Grizzlies are a money-making team. Okay, the Grizzlies, we should know that when they are on that underdog position, sometimes they can outweigh that, and they can get you a real good day down there in Memphis. Shout out them, 132-97, beating the Dallas Mavericks with a couple of reserves, man. Memphis Grizzlies, I think, picked up players I've never even seen out there and gave them some minutes for them to show. And now we know what Memphis has in that roster that they can work with. Jazz and the Timberwolves. Timberwolves had a little bit of struggle at first against the Utah Jazz, but they were able to pick up. We know the Timberwolves like to hold down their energy for the second half, and they're able to clear out that against the Utah Jazz, 116-105. Thunder Pelicans, we knew where that was going to go, hopefully, and the Thunder were able to do their job easy. Raptors Spurs. Spurs are able to clear that out. Clippers Warriors, another playoff rival. Man, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard. Congratulations on getting past Jimmy Butler and Stephen Curry in this game and putting Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler and Draymond Green in a tough predicament coming into this play-in tournament. But I do believe if the Clippers and the Warriors meet up again in a playoff series, I'm trusting James Harden again. I do think James Harden and Stephen Curry, they match up very well with this Warrior team. And it's just that advantage that they have when it comes to height and when it comes to shooting. Because we can't despite the help that James Harden has around him. Lakers, Trailblazers. Trailblazers do it. Lakers didn't play none of their players. Trailblazers are able to do it. We know that the Trailblazers have a tough young squad, and they're able to eat. Suns, Kings. Surprisingly, the Kings are able to get that done. We know the Suns maybe wanted to have one last way to it, one last route, and able to maybe set a point. Something at least one win before, but they weren't able to get that either. 98-109. The Kings take that one. We had a day off on Monday. Move over to Tuesday, as we are going to talk about our predictions on these rollouts and what basically we believe about these these double headers that we're getting into. So we got the Hawks, we got the Magic. Guys, this is a tough one. This is honestly a playoff rival again. Hawks and Magic, you know they like to go at it a lot of times. We got Grizzlies and Warriors, which is probably going to be another tough one. In my opinion, when it comes to the Hawks and the Magic, I believe that the Magic do have what it takes to get past this Atlanta Hawks team. Atlanta Hawks with Trae Young and Clint Capella, they haven't really been picking up after getting rid of the DeAndre Hunter idea. Okay, you can check out this Hawk team right now. When you look at this roster, they just I don't really mix in with this squad. You know, I haven't really been seeing Terrence Mann out there perform. Listen, the Atlanta Hawks are not a bad team. They could probably 4-2, but I think the Orlando Magic should get this one. And I would not be surprised if we see the Orlando Magic versus the Miami Heat on that east side. But on game one in Orlando, I feel like Atlanta is a good game one playoff team in the playoffs. They're a good game one team. So I do believe maybe they could take game one. But the whole series, I do believe the Magic come out and actually perform like they're being expected to. Not saying maybe Banchero goes off or has an extraordinary night, but I think this Orlando Magic team just has exactly what it takes to be able to shut down Atlanta maybe in game 2 and game 3. And then we could go on from there and see where this series takes place, as both of these teams actually match very well against each other. Memphis Grizzlies against the Golden State Warriors. As much as I want Jimmy Butler, man, to, just depart and maybe say, hey, man, what a great season we had, and Memphis Grizzlies could probably take this one. Memphis has the height. I've always said it. Memphis Grizzlies is a tough, big team. They're nothing to play for, nothing to play with. I believe the Memphis Grizzlies once again can, get the people paid. I believe the Memphis Grizzlies could take this. And if they were again in a playoff series, they could take maybe game 2, game 3. But just like I said about Atlanta and Orlando, since it is a play-in game, Atlanta and Orlando could maybe be a close game, fourth quarter. Orlando maybe could take that since they're playing at home, could have that home support. But Memphis and Golden State is going to be a tough one. We know John Moran is going to try to give it his all. We know Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and his squad is going to be playing. I'm seeing Luke Kennard will be available for the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow. So will Jaren Jackson, Desmond Bain, Scottie Pippen Jr., and Zach Edey. So everyone that you did not see this week for the Memphis Grizzlies, you will see against this matchup against the Golden State Warriors. I think the Memphis Grizzlies cover this +8 spread. Maybe doesn't have to be that high for the Memphis Grizzlies, but I do think that maybe they cover a +8. I think it'll be a game where the Memphis Grizzlies are not really just going to let them get away with that. Jimmy Butler and these guys, they're good, but Memphis Grizzlies is also a very tough squad. I believe that they could play tough defense on them, and they're tall. Very, very tall team in Zach Edey and Jaren Jackson, if that's his name. Jaren Jackson Jr., man. 6'10", very good player. He averages about 22 points a game. And then they sometimes have Marvin Bagley in there. They throw him in there. Marvin Bagley is 7-footer. They got Brandon Clark, Santi Aldama. The only guy right now, unfortunately, they don't have is Jalen Wells. But this squad, Memphis, you do not want to get into them when it's a one game and done. With all of that being said, I could give y'all some moves today for baseball. I'm really looking forward to this Dodgers game against the Rockies. Trying to get that get back for the Dodgers. Trying to get that revenge game for losing a couple here with the Cubs, and trying to, have that home support. Order some drinks, order some food, and lay back and say, hey, man, we're leaving with W and ain't leaving with no L. So according to the Dodgers today, they are playing a very tough pitcher. Rockies as well. Their pitcher wouldn't be doubted as well. You also have the Cubs against the Padres. Watch out with those Cubs. They're a pretty tough team. You got the Houston against the Cardinals. In my opinion, I would lean Houston on a spread. And then you got the Royals against the Yankees, a playoff rival right there. The Yankees not really playing their toughest pitcher, as it wouldn't really be the most confident for me to go with, as I might be leaning on that Royal side as well. With all that being said and done, God bless y'all. Follow us on the new information that we let out, you guys. We gave out our Twitter as well, so you guys could be provided with the top sports and top news. Follow us there on our Twitter at Earnslips TV, Earnslips Group here on YouTube. Look us up at any time if you like the sports that we talk about, choices that we go with. And I'm just here to be giving y'all the best options for these sports and the best news for it as well, man. God bless y'all, and let's go.